What good is a dream if it has no backbone? What good is a dream if it has no structure, no plan, no action to bring it to life? Dreams without goals are just dreams. They look pretty in your mind. They sound good when you say them out loud. They even make you feel good when you imagine them. But without goals, without discipline, without consistent effort, a dream will sit there and collect dust until it becomes nothing more than regret. You see, anybody can dream. Anybody can close their eyes at night and picture themselves at the top of the mountain. Anybody can say, one day I'll be successful. One day I'll be great. One day I'll make it. But the ones who make it, the ones who live the dream, the ones who transform their lives, are the ones who attach goals to their dreams. They write it down. They set a plan. They wake up every day and take steps, even small steps toward it. Because dreaming is free, but goals cost discipline. And that's the price of success. I know what it feels like to have a big dream. I know what it feels like to want something so badly you can almost taste it. But let me tell you something. It doesn't come by wishing. It doesn't come by talking. It doesn't come by waiting. It comes by doing. And doing requires direction. A dream without a goal is like a car without fuel. You can sit in the driver's seat. You can even turn the wheel, but you're not going anywhere. You'll just be sitting still, imagining motion that never comes. Think about it. Every great athlete, every great actor, every great leader, every great entrepreneur you admire, they didn't just dream. They worked. They set goals. They created a system. They got up early when everyone else was sleeping. They stayed late when everyone else went home. They failed, they fell, they made mistakes, but they kept pushing forward. And that's the difference. Because it's not enough to dream. You have to attach goals, and those goals must be backed by work. I meet people all the time who say, I want to be successful. But when you ask them what their goals are, when you ask them what steps they're taking, they go quiet. Because it's easy to talk. It's easy to post about it. It's easy to say, I'll do it someday. But someday is not a day on the calendar. Someday never comes. You either set goals today or you waste another year saying the same thing you said last year. And let me tell you, time doesn't wait for you. Time doesn't pause until you're ready. Time doesn't slow down for your excuses. The clock is ticking whether you move or not. And if all you're doing is dreaming without goals, one day you'll wake up and realize that your dream has expired. And regret, let me tell you, regret is heavier than failure. Because failure means you tried. Failure means you learned. Failure means you moved. But regret means you stood still. Regret means you never took the chance. Regret means you let the dream die inside you. But you don't have to let that happen. You can choose right now to start setting goals. You can choose right now to start attaching steps to your dream. Because small steps turn into big changes, and big changes create the future you want. You don't have to know every detail. You don't have to see the whole staircase. But you have to take the first step. Because without goals, that dream will never leave your imagination. I remember when I first began my career, I had a dream. But that dream looked impossible. It looked too far away, too high to climb, too far to reach. But then I learned the power of goals. I learned that if I focused on today, if I focused on the step in front of me instead of the mountain ahead of me, one day I'd look up and realize I had climbed higher than I ever imagined. That's the secret. Your dream doesn't happen all at once. It happens little by little, choice by choice, day by day. And those days add up. See, discipline is what turns goals into results. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Anybody can dream, but only the disciplined wake up when the alarm goes off. Only the disciplined say no to distractions. Only the disciplined keep going when they're tired, when they're broke, when nobody believes in them. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And that bridge is built one goal at a time. So let me ask you, what are your goals? Not your dreams, not your wishes, not your someday plans, your actual goals. What's your plan today, tomorrow, this week, this year? Because if you can't answer that, then your dream is floating in the clouds with no anchor to bring it down to earth. And dreams that float away become fantasies. But dreams with goals become reality. And don't misunderstand me. Goals aren't just about success. Goals build character. Goals teach you who you are. Goals test your strength, your patience, your resilience. When you set a goal and chase it, you'll find out what you're made of. You'll find out how much pain you can endure, how much rejection you can take, how much faith you can hold on to when nothing seems to work. And when you come out on the other side, you'll be stronger, wiser, better. Not just because of the dream, but because of the fight. And listen, your goals have to be real. They have to be measurable. You can't just say, I want to be successful. You have to define it. What does success look like to you? What does it mean for your family, your career, your faith, your health? And once you define it, you break it down into steps. That's how you take a dream and make it achievable. That's how you stop fantasizing and start living. Let me give you the truth. Without goals, you will get lost. Life will pull you in 1,000 directions. People will tell you what you should do, where you should go, who you should be. And if you don't have goals, if you don't have a compass guiding you, you'll end up living someone else's life instead of your own. Goals protect you from distraction. Goals keep you focused. Goals remind you of why you started when the road gets hard. And it will get hard. Don't let anybody lie to you and say it's easy. Chasing a dream is hard. Staying disciplined is hard. Sticking to your goals when everything in you wants to quit is hard. But you know what else is hard? Waking up 10 years from now realizing you wasted your time. Living with regret is hard. So you've got to choose your hard. Do you want the hard that leads to purpose or the hard that leads to regret? I know some of you right now are tired. You've been chasing a dream for years and you don't see the results. You've been setting goals and it feels like nothing is happening. Let me tell you something. Don't stop. Don't quit. Because progress is often invisible until suddenly it isn't. Seeds grow underground before you see the harvest. Muscles grow in the pain before you see the strength. Progress hides itself, but it's always there, building, shaping, preparing you for the breakthrough. And that breakthrough only comes if you stay the course. Dreams without goals are just dreams. But dreams with goals, dreams with discipline, dreams with faith can change the world. So don't just dream it, live it. Don't just wish it, work it. Don't just talk about it, take action. Because one day when you look back, you don't want to say, I almost made it. You don't want to say, I could have been. You want to say, I lived my dream because I turned it into goals and I fought for it until it was mine. And here's the last thing. Goals alone aren't enough. You've got to have consistency. You've got to keep showing up day after day when it's not exciting, when nobody's clapping, when nobody's watching. Success isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the dark. It's built in the lonely hours, the quiet mornings, the late nights. And if you can be consistent, if you can stay disciplined, if you can keep setting goals and knocking them down one by one, eventually the dream becomes real. So let me say it one more time. Dreams without goals are just dreams. Don't let your dream die in your imagination. Don't let it fade away into regret. Write it down, break it into steps. Build the discipline. Stay consistent. And one day you'll wake up living the very thing you once only imagined.